Hi Libra, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your July 2024 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously. It gets this channel seen by the YouTube algorithm, which gets it out to more people. So, thank you so very much for doing so. I wouldn't be able to do this without you guys. You're amazing. All right. I love it how your card just fell right out. It's like, okay, this is what I need to hear. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. And just remember, the cards will tell you what you need to know, not what you want to know. Let's begin. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. All right, Libra. We are crowned here with the Six of Wands. Yes, the Six of Wands reverse. So this is very interesting. So the Six of Wands is wonderful news on the way, smart choices that bring reward, success, and public recognition. This is reverse. So we kind of feel like we messed up in some way, like something didn't go the way that we thought, or we're really afraid to put ourselves out there for others to criticize and judge and pick apart. So just know that we're going to be hypercritical of ourselves. There's actually a lot of success out there for us when we have that faith in ourselves to step forward. We might not hear it right away, and we might hear the negative comments way louder than we hear the positive comments. But if we step back and we say, okay, you know what? I'm letting myself, achieve this, succeed this, go after this, and not listen to the haters. We are going to find that we are way more successful than we thought we were going to be, like way more powerful. It brings us then to the Three of Wands. And it says, plan your next step with an eye for the long term. Have patience. There are more good things to come. Oh, I love that. Satisfaction with a job well done. And that is definitely the energy that's coming forward here. It's like, oh yeah, I can do this. The doors are opening. New ships are on that horizon, right? There's a sense of, a back and forth communication, insights, new ideas, new ways of looking at things. You're expanding things, but also knowing that you have a lot of talent, right? You have a lot of talent. You have an eye for the future. You have the sense of, I know what it is that I want. Don't let other voices that you think are more successful than you get in your head. They're not doing what you're doing. So really looking at yourself and saying, okay, I'm moving forward for me is going to be very important. Now, the chariot time frame is June 21st to July 22nd. So this is, Cancer time frame is pretty much all of July. So when it's reversed, it means that this is going to be a very emotional time for us. And we can feel like things are running amok more than it is focused. I'm taking the reins and I know exactly how I'm moving forward. So if we feel emotionally overwhelmed, this is why. And here it says success that comes from dedication and self-discipline. We can also find it hard for that dedication and self-discipline to come forward. Celebrating your accomplishments, we already know that we're going to have difficulty with that. And being in the spotlight, and we're not going to want to be in the spotlight. We are kind of going to want other people to be seen, and we're good. We're good. But spirit is asking us, can you stand in your energy? Can you stand in yourself? We don't have to be in the spotlight if we don't want to be. We can be very private people. I myself am a very private person, but here with the chariot, just knowing that things get intense, just knowing that there is a ferocity to this time that we need to be aware of, and that we can either feel like we're emotionally all over the place, like our emotions are everywhere, or we can have somebody in our life who can be a Cancer energy, but somebody in our life during this time that their emotions are everywhere. It's like, oh my gosh, just calm and focus yourself, please. We then have release, which is Scorpio energy. So if we're born on the cusp with Scorpio, if we have Scorpio in our chart, this comes through very powerfully and very positively. And it says let go of the past, which is going to be very important for us to do during this time. An ending that makes way for new opportunities. It is time to move on. And there can be something here that's emotionally trying to pull us in one direction, having us look at things in one certain way. We need to release it. We need to see ourselves. We need to know this is what I want. This is the death card in the major arcana. This is the dying away of the old self, the rebirth of the new. And knowing that it is okay if I don't do everything just like everybody else. And that is going to be a very important thing. Now, we then have the Six of Pentacles, the repeat of the number six coming through with the reverse. So that's a nurturing number. Six is the most nurturing of the numbers. And so when it's reversed, it's like, okay, are we nurturing ourselves? Are we even taking care of ourselves, Libra? Just be aware of this. Like, because it's like, no, I'm pushing myself. I want things to be done yesterday. This is here with the Six of Pentacles. It says, the good you do can come back to you. An unexpected inflow of money, borrowing wisely, and repaying a debt. And so here it can feel like I'm always going to be indebted to, someone, something, someplace that I didn't make that good decision. I should have done this instead of that. We could be very, self-recriminatory. That's not a word. We can chastise ourselves quite a bit. So being aware of this and stopping it because it's not helping us to sit there and say, look at the past with the hindsight, that is 2020. Look at the past, look at everything that I did wrong. How could I even trust me to make decisions? It's like, oh, stop that, Libra. That is not nice. Don't do that to yourself. Everybody, everybody stumbles. Everybody F's up, for the most blunt way and, right way to put this here on YouTube. Everybody messes up. Don't hold yourself to the past. It moves us then to the Hermit. Now, this is very strong Virgo energy. So if we're born on the cusp with Virgo, I love how we're sandwiched right here between Scorpio and Virgo. And it says, find or be a mentor. Take a break from society, a commitment to your spiritual growth. And it's really like, this is time for me to connect with me. This is time for me to see me. Because we can feel seen by everybody else, but we don't want to be in the spotlight. But it is time to be in the spotlight of our own hearts, of our own selves, to say, this is what I want. This is what I need for me. We can feel like things are a bit unfair right now, right? We can have even people borrowing from us where it's like, okay, you know what? Helping out was one thing, but when exactly is this coming to an end? So just being aware of this is going to be super important during this time. Now, let's see what Spirit has to say. And if you're interested in entering to receive a free reading, put the sun in the comment box below, and a person will be chosen at random, a sun emoji in the comment box below. A person will be chosen at random and announced at random. So hit the bell notification if you want to be notified when that announcement comes. And if you're interested in simply purchasing a reading, then check out my website, daneharttarot.com. And so here we have harmony. And this card flipped back and forth in my hands when it jumped out. So it is being in harmony with ourselves. It is finding harmony within ourselves. And it's knowing that we're, flipping back and forth from feeling harmonious within us and then doubting and fearing and questioning. And okay, I got this. I feel harmonious within myself again. So being aware of this is going to be very important. Our chakra energy, angels, and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Here we have the sacral chakra and the heart chakra. We have relationship and forgiveness. So opening up with our sacral chakra, which is our sensual energy, our creative energy, to a relationship with ourselves, the relationships in our lives, and just really letting that love flow is going to be so important. And then with the heart chakra, embracing forgiveness, not, being petty about things, which is sometimes hard, right? But it's also forgiving ourselves. How was I supposed to know? How was I supposed to, make everything just right? I thought I was doing my best. I was doing my best. I did the best that I could. And as we forgive ourselves, even if we sit there and berate ourselves and say, well, that wasn't good enough, well, it doesn't change the past. And how can we have an open and loving heart for everybody else but ourselves? And this is a time with the 2 6s reversed where, it's going to feel like that. Like I can forgive other people, and tell them, oh, let go of this, or you should forgive yourself and give the best advice to others. But to me, to myself, Libra, I hold on to it. And I'm like, no, I have to be just like this, or it has to be just like that. It's like, no, it's time to walk forward in love. And it's time to let love guide you. And that is going to be one of the most important things you can possibly do. And it brings us then to our energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. This is the High Priestess reverse. We're not seeing our own magic. We're not seeing our own selves. And we are more than willing to listen. I mean, like, false prophets sounds odd to say, especially since it's a tarot channel and everything like that. And people throw that around a lot. But we are going to be more than willing to listen to the words of everybody else and the intuition and the insights of everybody else. But when it comes to listening to our own heart and our own self, we're like, no, I can't do that. I couldn't possibly do that. And Spirit's like, why? Why, Libra? Why do you doubt you? And yet listen to others. And it is a sense here of, if I come from a place of love, forgiveness, compassion, if I have a good relationship with myself, and my spirit guides and my angels, why can't I trust myself to move forward? And it brings us to the Six of Wands reverse. We do have a hard time celebrating ourselves during this time, seeing the things that we have done right. And yet with the Three of Wands, it's like we have done a lot right. A lot of doors have been opening, a lot of connections have been made. And so here it's like we're being too hard on ourselves and we're not seeing our talents, we're not seeing our blessings. We're more than willing to, kind of look down on ourselves. And yet Spirit is like, no, you have so much going for you. Don't you dare. Don't you dare do that. And with the Chariot reverse, emotions can be all over the place. We can feel very emotional during this time. It can be a very intense time for us. So being aware of that, but also being aware that other people in our life can just be emotionally all over the place and it's too much and it's, too intense. So just also being aware of that. This can be a time of boundaries, but it doesn't mean we have to be mean. It's like, okay, I can't do that. Like, it's like, okay, I'm not going to go down that road with you while you are absolutely freaking out. And especially, you'll find this with certain people. They tend to have, like, they're always having a trauma drama. It's always big emotions all the time. And you're like, okay, you're not a toddler. Like, let's calm it down. Let's center ourselves type of deal. But we can have that with us too. Like, we can want to have a temper tantrum during this time. We can be frustrated and cranky and like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. So being aware of this is going to be important. With release, with the Death card, it's the dying away of the old self, the rebirth of the new. It is transformation. And that's what we're embracing during this time. It's like, I'm releasing the past and I'm stepping into the power of my present. I'm also stepping into what I see as being really sacredly important to me. Certain things are going to be out of balance. Okay. So what we're also seeing as sacredly important to us is going to be kind of sandwiched in between a whole bunch of chaos that is going on around us. So just knowing that also emotionally, money wise and what we value as much as money, we need to get certain things in order during this time. It's like getting things lined up, starting to see things, starting to be like, oh, okay, how about this? And what about that? And okay, I can do this. And then that's going to lead us to this time, even though if we're in the Northern Hemisphere, we're in the summertime, and we're thinking, oh, I don't want to be a hermit during the summer. But it's going to lead us to a time where we connect inwardly. Now, this can be a little bit easier for us if we're in the Southern Hemisphere, because it's like, oh, okay, this is a cozier time. I'm embracing more of the hermit energy. So it depends on where we are in the world, but just being aware of this, but embracing that inner knowledge, that inner self, that inner intuition, and really letting ourselves open up the door to us is going to be very important for us for this time and for this month. All right. So our subconscious spirit message here is confidence. And Spirit is saying here, embrace your confidence within you. Embrace the power of what you want. Embrace and hold your head up high. Embrace who you are, where you're headed, what you're going after. It brings us then to meditate. Meditation is going to be very important. This is the crown chakra, and there is a need for us to meditate to connect with our heart chakra and to really open ourselves up to what we love and to what we desire, but also to a calm. And as we meditate, it doesn't have to always look, pretty and perfect. Sometimes meditation can bring up tears or it can bring up anger. We can do meditation and we can do movement meditation as well. So just being aware of this is when we, let ourselves fall into our bodies and not be pulled away by the chaos of our own thoughts. So being aware of that. And then it brings us here to our energy to be mindful of. And this is a seven of swords. Of wands. The Seven of Wands is like, I have to fight a battle. right? I have to fight for this. Now, this is something we believe in. This is something where we're like, nope, these are all good causes. I'm fighting for this. And that's great. But how much are you draining you? How much are you, depleting from your own energy? And we have to be mindful about this because this is a time where we can take other people's words, over our own. This is a time where we can feel emotionally, kind of all over the place. And we're not seeing our worth. We're not seeing ourselves. And so it can make us very combative. And Spirit is saying, don't do that because it'll drain your energy super fast and you'll just feel tired and, drained and overwhelmed. And then you'll be like, well, where the heck did the month go? Like, what the heck happened here? It then leads us to our tarot energy, and our tarot energy subconsciously is the Ace of Swords reversed. Now, we are represented by the swords in the minor arcana. So this is God's source spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing us a gift for us, Libra. Do we take it? No. Because, well, it's like not yet. Because we don't see that we're worthy of it. We're questioning it. And what it says here is don't be deterred by challenges along the way. It is important to communicate clearly and articulately amazing new ideas that should be implemented. And this is going to be a time. Oh, I love it. Like justice is right underneath, right? This is us in the major arcana. I want to see what this says. And it says, take time to review the details carefully. You will win in the end. Fair and objective decision. So we're not going to keep on going down, but I was like, oh my gosh, that's you, Libra. That's you in the major arcana coming through as justice with a gift that's being handed to you. If you see here, the sword is in the air. You can see it. It's here, but it's like reverse. It just feels like the closer you walk to it, the further it gets away from you. So just be aware of that during this time, that there's this clarity that's coming forward, but we're like, oh no, it's not perfect yet, or we don't see it quite yet because we're still working out things. We're, mulling things over in our minds. So being aware of this is going to be a very important thing for us. All right, Libra. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. And please note that this meditation and healing will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony. Libra, may blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.